Yay! We did it! Amazing! Oh my god. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Heather. First time here. Nice to meet you. Hi, Tana. Nice to meet you, too. Angel Blackheart. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my god. Guys, this has been a day. I don't even know. Like, Oh, hello, honey. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay. Guys, I moved this morning. I'm exhausted. It's been a day. But this is what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna read tarot for all of 2021 and see how that goes. And hopefully it's good news this time. Love the brick wall. Yes, I know. The exposed brick is amazing. Get this ribbon out of here. Okay. How's everyone doing? Happy Halloween, everyone. Blessed Samhain. I'm leaning right into my camera. Beautiful. No, it's not quite midnight yet. No, it's not midnight here either. It's only 11, but I figured having it right at midnight would be like super late for everybody. A lot of my friends who wanted to participate have kids, and they're probably pretty burnt out, so I don't know how late people want to stay up. Yes, happy Halloween. Okay, what am I doing? This is, what is today's date? Saturday. I wrote on myself with pen already. How did I even do this? It's amazing. Okay. Saturday, October 31st, 2020. Samhain. Reading. Oh my god. Let's hope this one's better than last year's. What did Jenna say? Now I've missed it. Oh, sympathy labor. Oh, that's what you said. Oh, that's adorable. It can be a thing, isn't it a thing? I don't know. Okay. Let me make this smaller so I can actually see part of my screen here. All right. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what's going on, tonight I am going to do my Samhain Tarot reading, which means that I am going to draw 12 cards, one card for each month, starting with November of 2020, going all the way around to October of next year. And we are going to see how the future looks for us. I mean, technically this reading is for me personally, so if you want very personalized readings, you need to actually like read your own cards. This is going to be what my next year looks like. It might be related to your year. Who knows? For friends, we might be tied in. Gregory's on the stream. Hi, Gregory. Drop my cards. I don't even have enough room on this table to actually like draw 12 cards. Hey Google, set volume to 3. Guys, I just got a Google Home. It's probably the most wonderful thing I've ever received in my life. Okay, I need to move this out of the way somewhere because I'll write in it after as we draw cards. I need room to actually draw the cards. The Google Home is amazing so far. I feel weird speaking to technology, but it's pretty fun. Okay. I was shuffling aimlessly, so I'm going to start by knocking the cards, which might not do anything at all, but I feel like it knocks the energy out of whatever last reading you just did. And now I'm actually going to shuffle with intention. And all I'm doing when I do that is just think about the year ahead and what might happen. What the universe wants to tell me, what the universe wants to give me ideas about, encourage me, you know, whatever. Universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Angel, that sounds amazing. You sound like you like the perfect smart home. Okay. Oh no. I always drop so many cards. What does Mackenzie think about me? I don't know. So currently I'm doing a reading for my future year. If you want a personalized reading, if you super chat, I can probably do one after. Okay. I'm going to split the deck into 3 even piles, or even-esque. I'm going to go with... God, I'm deciding my whole future. That's like a lot of pressure, but I feel like this one looks good. Let's hope 2021 is better than 2020. It's got to be, right? So I've got to like squish this onto this tiny table. This is going to be a thing. My little leafies are here, by the way. They're just like, I'm trying to keep them out of the way so I don't crush them. If you super chat, I might be able to do readings after. I'm going to not flip everything right away. I'm going to put them all face down first and we'll flip as we go. So let me think about it. So November, December, January, February. I forget my months. I'm so tired, guys. I'm sorry. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Oh, we fit the whole year in this tiny table, and the clarifier card in the middle. We did it. Will it work with runes as well? I'm sure it would. Oh, Leah, hi Leah. Will this work with runes as well? Yes, I'm sure you could totally do a reading with runes. It's however you want. If you guys have your own tarot cards or your own runes or your own oracle cards, like, do your own thing. So basically, what it is right now is because it's Samhain night and we are close to midnight, basically it means like the veil is thin, for whatever that means, and you're able to get better in touch with the other side. They can send you messages. So it's just a better time to do readings because the messages will just be more clear than usual, which is why I do this type of reading at Samhain as opposed to doing it at like New Year's Eve or on my birthday, which are also totally legitimate readings that you can do, but this is the way I like to do it, and that's the reason why. So yes, you can totally do it with runes, you can totally do it with oracle cards, you can do it with however you want, and it'll be great. I love the brick wall, it's gorgeous. Right? I have exposed brick now, it's so exciting. Also, if you see like mess and boxes and stuff behind me, literally moved this morning, so I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, it's very exciting. Okay, so let's do this one card at a time. So we're starting with November, which is still 2020. We've got these cards. I don't read reversals with these cards, so I'm just going to flip it right up. We've got the 8 of Cups. So what I'm going to do is I might give some of my own insights as we go, but I'm still going to read straight from the book. This deck is still really new to me, and also the book is written by my favorite author, so I like the way she words everything. So I'm just going to read straight from the book, and we're going to see what the heck is up. What do we got? We got Cups? We got Cups. Eight of Cups. Our keywords are stagnation, moving. What? What? Stagnation, moving, dissatisfaction. Okay, that wasn't so great. But moving, though. Okay. I chose to use an image of reflected feathers on the Eight of Cups to call back to the reflected image on the Four of Cups. Both the 4 and the 8 speak to stagnation and plateauing in your relationships. The difference is that the 4 represents new relationships suffering because of neglect, and the 8 represents established relationships that are simply not satisfying. Oof, it's rough. The situation in many ways has become untenable, and the longer you stew in it, the more nothing happens. Those floating feathers on the card aren't going anywhere without a wind of change. Okay, all right. When you see this card, it's an acknowledgement that your emotional situation is simply not working for you. Not only does it not satisfy you, it seems unfixable. When you imagine all the steps required to make it into a place you'd like to stay, you grow exhausted and continue to not move. The only course of action is to take yourself out of the situation. You need to shed the things in your life that aren't working for you. It's time to realize that you have the power to be that wind of change and whirl yourself away. Whoa, that is nuts. That is nuts. What we got happening in the chat? Yes, and I did just move. It's true. That's wild. I do have to write this down. I'm going to write it down after, because otherwise it'll take forever. Okay, so December. Right? Right? That was nuts. It's so on point. 9 of Swords. Oh, God. 2020 continues just to be rough. Okay, that's cool. Ugh, that's fine. 2020 is not going to let up, guys. Okay. So, 9 of Swords. We've got depression, introversion, and fear. A+. We're doing great. This card is perhaps the most fearful in the deck. Great. We're doing great, guys. Which is impressive, because when it appears, there may, in fact, be absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Of course, there might be everything to be afraid of, too, but this card isn't particularly concerned with that. The 9 of Swords looks at the weather conditions inside you, not outside your window. And the report is 100% rain with a chance of hail or the end of the world. This is the depression card. Whether it is earned or not, you cannot stop yourself of thinking of the worst. Sometimes it's something that already happened, something you can't forget, maybe the heartbreak of the 3 of Swords, or maybe it's something that you fear will happen, maybe the absolute ending of the 10 of Swords. Either way, you live in a toxic black mire of fear or guilt. It's not wrong to feel this way, but it's impossible to live this way. Nothing gets done when you're in the 9 of Swords. Everything turns inward, and eventually your introspection paralyzes you entirely. Unlike the 4 of Swords, which encourages inaction, the 9 of Swords isn't condoning this paralysis. This isn't useful introspection. You're not meditating or learning anything about yourself. Get up, dust yourself off, and start making active solutions. Well, that's something. That is something. Why don't you like to read the reverse cards? Sorry if you answered that before. I'm just doing... Oh, no. So in terms of reading reverse cards, it totally depends on your own deck and your own style and what you want to do. So the author and artist of these cards, Maggie Stiefvater, my favorite author ever. She's wonderful. Please follow her on Twitter. She's also hilarious. She said herself that the cards, the way that she wrote them, have such nuance within them that you don't need like an up and a down. Like there's always sort of a duality to the cards anyways, and you can get it from the context of your reading for the most part, as opposed to actually reading like a negative context when it's upside down or reading a positive context when it's right side up. Like you can kind of just get it from the gist of what you're asking, which I think is an interesting way to do it. But that's specifically for this deck. So if you feel like you want to read reversals because that's your style or it's the style of the deck of cards that you're using, you do that. Because I have a different deck that totally works with reversals, and that's cool too. Okay, so November, December, this is still 2020. We've got 2021 here, January. Okay, hopes and prayers, guys. Let's have something positive. The Magician, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, it's better. Okay, Magician, keywords. We've got ability, versatility, control, and connections. The Magician is no illusionist. He's the real deal. I've always loved the Magician card, as he is the sort of unsinkable ship you can't keep someone down if they are always capable of building themselves back up again. The art on the card depicts a hand tattooed with all the symbols of the tarot deck, and this is because the magician has skill in all of the suits. The infinity symbol illustrates how his command over all these suits comes from something outside him. If you believe in something more, this is the something more department. Regardless of who or what you believe in, the magician is an extraordinary master of all trades, and he is resilient because no matter what the world throws at him, no matter how much he loses, he will always have the most powerful tool at his command, himself. His command over all the suits actually gives him more power than the sum. Oh my god, the pages are sticking together! I can't. Okay. Gives him more power than the sum of the parts. Since he is familiar with all the suits, he can find connection between them and use them to even greater effect. When the magician appears in your spread, it's a sign to let yourself be inspired by his powerful example. Remember that a truly powerful person is balanced and confident, equally at ease with logic, emotions, creativity, and hard work. The magician tells you this is possible if you remember that your power is larger than your physical body. So that's not bad. That's good. That's okay. So, you know, November, December, not looking like amazing for me, but like January, maybe slightly better, which is weird because I have seasonal depression and usually January is not fun. So let's go February. We've got the Chariot. I don't think I've got this card yet from this deck. Keywords are balance, self-control, duality, and id. Ooh, interesting, id. Okay. The duality that the Lover's card mutters about becomes a proper problem by the time the Chariot shows up in a reading. There are two sides to you, seemingly opposite, and you keep being thrown from one to the other. In many decks, this card depicts two beasts of different color pulling a chariot. When they agree on a direction, the chariot moves forward swiftly. When they disagree, the chariot grinds to a halt. You've ground to a halt. Oh man, what? Okay. Oftentimes, the duality on this card refers to our emotions versus our intellect. The heart says one thing, the head says another, the chariot won't move. Other times, this card refers to our softer side and our more thrill-seeking side. This part of you urges safety. This other part of you shouts for risk. There's a reason why the dragons on this card are dark and light. They appear to be opposites. I can't. This page just keeps sticking. Okay. When this card shows up, it's a sign that your self-control is being tested and generally is being found wanting. The chariot's not moving because you can't figure out how to get yourself in line. You can't figure out which you want to be. The chariot isn't really about choice, though. It's about balance. You aren't cutting one of the beasts free so that you can move on without it. The chariot will move with only one of them, but not as fast as if you found a way to make them both move in the same direction. The chariot tells you that there's a way to satisfy the warring parts of you. Find your self-control, embrace your dark and light sides, and enjoy the ride. Okay, alright. Okay. That's not so bad. Oh my god, we got a lot of major arcana. Is 2021 just going to be major arcana city? Like, can we just chill, 2021? What are we, March? Okay, got Judgment. Like, we've been through enough, you know? Can we just, like, calm it down? All the major arcana so far, exactly, I know, it's nuts. Okay, yep, Judgment, keywords are judgment, that seemed obvious, meditation, and looking back. This is the second to last card in the cycle of the major arcana, and this card invites you to take a look at where you've been. Frequently mistaken for justice and vice versa, it's simple to remember the meaning of this card if you think of it as Judgment Day. Although it is not really an external reckoning. Instead, this is about you looking back over events in your life using the objectivity given by time and experience to think about what really happened. Once you consider who you have been, whether you were right or wrong, how you have improved or not, you can decide who you want to be from now on using that wisdom. When judgment appears in your life, it's giving you a third opportunity to drastically change your direction. It's not the frightening transformation of the Death card, nor the fiery destruction of the Tower card. Instead, now that you've survived those changes, you're standing at a crossroads with an opportunity to become something new once more, this time with your eyes wide open. You don't have to. You can stay the way you are now. This card isn't a warning. But if you want to have a time to start the cycle back over again, to have another chance to begin again at the Fool and learn even more about the world and yourself, you're going to have to change. This card doesn't tell you which is right or wrong, but I will. Slough that skin, start over again. Oh, okay. All right. God. Yeah, this is all really heavy. Okay, cool. It's fine, we got this. Queen of Cups. Oh, good. More emotions. That's what we need. Oof is right. Good Lord. This is nuts. Okay. So Queen of Cups, we've got keywords spirituality, otherness, and mystery. I very much enjoy this card. I'd like to be the Queen of Cups. She's spiritual, artistic, dreamy, and deeply in touch with her subconscious. She is supposed to be psychic, and even if she isn't, she appears to be because of her surprising insights into other people. She's a watcher, a mirror, a lover of the other side. She is very like the High Priestess of the Major Arcana, but unlike the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups is deeply interested in the affairs of other people. They come to her for advice, and she uses her gentle insight to cunningly tease out secrets and wisdom, helping them to use their dreams to guide them, just as she uses her own dreams to guide her. She can be easily exasperated by practical interests, however. It is not that she cannot apply herself to an everyday problem if it is handed to her. It is that she dreams spiritual wonders every night and can't quite see how you can imagine that paying the telephone bill on time ranks anywhere near as important in the relative scheme of things. When the Queen of Cups appears in your reading, it's a sign to tap into your dreams and subconscious. I wouldn't be afraid of falling into the Queen of Cups' spiritually rich world of wonders and impossibilities, but then again, as I've admitted, I'm biased. See, this is why I love the way Maggie writes these. Honestly, this card makes me think of just Aquariuses in general. I always think that Aquariuses are such dreamy, wonderful, creative people that, like, they are the type of people who are like, what, but who cares about paying the phone bill? But honestly. Okay, alright, that's not so bad. So, also, court cards can reflect who you are as a person, but they can also reflect somebody else that's in your life. So this could be reflecting my feelings at the time, or it could be potentially be an influence in my life at the time. I guess we'll have to find out. Next up. The moon. Why so much major arcana? Okay, that's fine. The moon is fine. More dreaminess. We got this, like, nice dreamy Queen of Cups. Now we got the nice dreamy moon. That's not so bad. Also, this card is just really pretty. I'm going to end up putting the book over it, so I'm just going to move it here so we can see. Because it's real pretty. So keywords are fear, dreaming, and illusion. Imagine you're walking in a landscape lit only by moonlight. Dark shapes surround you, and without any light, you can't be sure if that object closest to you is a boulder or a bear. You're pretty sure, though, that it's a bear. You hurry down the path. Is there a path? There's not enough illumination for you to be certain that there's even a path. So you're just hurrying, on your way, whichever way that might be. You're not sure if you're headed toward peril or comfort, or even if you're only going around in circles. The only comfort you have, really, is that the night can only go so long, and eventually day will arrive with the sun and the clarity that brings. Until then, you'll have to make do with the moonlight and unfeeling stars. All of this, is the moon card. Many people read the moon as a negative card, and it's true that it is not a comfortable place to be, but I've never minded seeing it in my readings. I've always read it as a card of dreamy possibility. Sure, the scary part of this card is that anything is possible, but the wonderful part of this card is that it means anything is possible. A lot of good ideas can come out of this liminal space of tilting unease, just like a dream, which might turn out to be either terrifying or wonderful. The ultimate tone is often decided by how you choose to view the world around you. Walk through the moonlit landscape expecting to find more boulders than bears, and you'll be surprised at how often daylight proves you right. What month are we at? We're November, December, January, February, March, April. This is May. Yes, May. Angel's on board. May, June. June's up next. We've got King of Swords. Okay. So keywords are just, fairness, intellect, and truth. Unlike the bitter truth of the Queen, The King of Swords' opinion is valued because she doesn't offer it unless required. Rather than meting out cruel truths at every turn, the king has learned to be Guys, I'm so tired. I can speak English, I promise. The king has learned to be judicious. Oh my god, I can't speak. Okay, we're good. Judicious about sharing the things that she knows. And oh, the things she knows. The king is the logical product of a lifetime of valuing the truth, of valuing facts, of valuing the secret details that often escape others. Unlike the other swords court cards, which don't have much use for emotions or morality, the king is quite interested in both of these things. It is not that she has them, it is that she sees the big picture and she has observed that many people, in fact, have emotions and morality, and one simply cannot make good decisions without taking those into account. As such, she is often consulted for wisdom, unlike the queen, who is avoided for the same truth. The king also does not take herself into account when she is making decisions, and so one can be sure her opinion is unbiased. The sword on the card is sheathed. The King of Swords can be ruthlessly and sociopathically fearsome when crossed, but that almost never happens. Why would someone cross her? She stands for truth and the law. The sword remains covered and the world is grateful. Oof. Alright. Okay, alright. I'm gonna keep losing my place. What was it? June? July? Is that where we're at? Right? August, September, October. Yeah, that makes sense. July. Ace of Swords. Why is this a swords year? I'm not sure that I wanted this to be a swords year. Like, okay, I guess. Okay, Ace of Swords for June. We've got keywords, logic, clarity, and power. When you see the Ace of Swords, it means that you're about to cut through the gloom surrounding a confusing situation. The cool blade of logic can slice through all uncertainty down to the truth of the issue. Neatly decapitating indecision. Ooh, as a Libra, that sounds terrifying, but okay. The Ace promises mental clarity, but sometimes at the expense of feelings. It's impossible to talk about this suit without talking about the double edge of a sword. Logic is an effective tool, but it can also be the deadliest of weapons. Without the tempering softness of emotions, it can kill both attacker and defender in one blow. When the Ace of Swords appears, it's showing that you have an opportunity to cut through a cloud of conflict feelings to the truth of a matter. In this case, it's probably a truth about you, which is why the hand on the card is reaching for a glowing star of inspiration. Spirituality and logic sometimes seem like opposites, but not in the case of this card. Use the Ace carefully to cut to the core of what you believe. Okay, cool. June, July. Wait, no. August, right? August, September, yes, August. High Priestess, more Major Arcana. Guys, why is this year? Okay, alright. Why is this year? Not what is this year, why is this year? Why does this year exist? Okay. Keywords are spirituality, holiness, dreaming, and unconscious. In many ways, the High Priestess represents the art of tarot to me. She is a mystical force, unknowable, unfathomable, spiritual, and mysterious. Her secrets are not secrets because of deception, but rather because they are mystical, arcane, and hidden until you are wise enough to discover them inside yourself as well. Like tarot itself, her power is interested in revealing the dark corners of your soul. Not dark as in negative, dark as in unseeable. The High Priestess knows you cannot truly be yourself without searching for these hidden parts of yourself. The mirror on the card reflects you, but what the glimpse inside the glass is far more than your physical form. You are ever so much more than your body or even your mind. When the High Priestess appears in your reading, it's a sign that you need to step away from external concerns and look inside. Embrace your unconscious. The High Priestess speaks in the wordless, strange language of dreams, a power that can only be harnessed by accepting that you won't always understand where your intuition is coming from. Ugh. Okay. Cool. Okay, September. So, we're all the way back around to my birthday next year. Strength. Okay. Alright. Okay. Cool. Cool. I feel like this year gets better over time. That's not so bad. Keywords are patience, control, and self-belief. I've heard strength interpreted in many different ways, many of them unsatisfyingly thin. I think the reason why it's a difficult card to interpret is because it can seem a little redundant. So much of the tarot deck is about internal strength that it feels like this card is meaningless when it appears. Be strong? Of course. What else would you want to be? But I think this card begins to make more sense if you read it as a fortitude in the long haul and if you replace the word strength with patience. When this card shows up, you have been being strong, but this card says you're not done yet. Whatever burden you've been throwing yourself against is not going away anytime soon, and you're going to have to dredge up all of your patience and self-belief to get past it. This card asks you to be resilient, a far more difficult task than mere strength. The art shows a fist, the magician's fist, held in solid belief. Remember everything you've learned about yourself before now and realize that you're going to learn a lot more before this is over. And don't just be strong, but stay strong. Hi all, Karen/Mom. Hi Mom. Oh, Mama Karen, yes. And we've got October next year. We're all the way back around the circle of the year. 8 of Wands. Stuff's in action. Stuff is happening. Okay. This has been a lot of major arcana. This year is going to be something, guys. Like, why does it need to be so much growth? Can we not just chill? 2020 has been enough. Okay, 8 of Wands. Keywords, we've got quick action, force, and movement. October's your birthday month? Oh my god, it's going to be a wild year, I know. Okay. Finally, everything has fallen into place when the 8 of Wands appears. You have a goal in mind. Experience surges through you. You know you have the skills to accomplish it. There might be a few obstacles, but even they are easily surmountable. You already know how you're going to tackle them. So now's the time to move. Don't hesitate, because this wide open opportunity might not reappear for a long time. It's wise, too, to remember that it's your positivity that's driving the energy of this card. Even though circumstances may have aligned to make this easier for you, it's still your own confidence and skills that are making this a sure bet. So believe in yourself and send your creative arrows over the ramparts. Your ideas are good, they're hot, and they need to move with the decisive strength now. Don't wait, now. All right. That's the whole year. So now let's read the clarifying card and see what our theme is for the year. I'm terrified. Oh, God. Okay. All right. So this whole year is going to be a journey, is what you're saying? Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds like I've started back at card 0. That sounds about right for my life. So keywords for the Fool, we've got fearlessness, folly, innocence, and potential. I like potential. Sounds okay. You're going to hear the word cycle many times throughout this book, and here it comes again. As stated in the introduction to this section, the major arcana is a cycle, beginning with the Fool and ending with the World. It describes the journey of a person through life, striving toward material success and spiritual perfection. Not everyone makes it to the World before death, and some people complete many cycles over many lifetimes, becoming ever more wise and ever more themselves than they began. The Fool starts it all. Childlike and optimistic, the Fool ambles curiously toward whatever piques his or her interest. Much like the pages you'll meet in the minor arcana later, the Fool's unburdened by anything weighty like experience or uncertainty, and the Fool will cheerfully amble into great adventure or off a cliff with precisely the same naivete. Depending on where the card appears in the reading, sometimes it means that you're starting over again and that you need to channel that youthful idealism, that fearless confidence that comes from having never been hurt. But it could also be a warning. Open your eyes before you walk into a fire pit. You know better. Fair. Jenna, you're going to figure some ish out. Yes. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like this is going to be a big learning year, especially with the clarifying card being the Fool. That is just like, God, that takes the cake. That's like, I am starting over. This is going to be a journey. I'm starting back at square one, and I am going to go through all of this. That's such an intense clarifying card. That's nuts. Did anyone else do their own reading at the same time? Oh, if so, let me know how your readings went, because like this is too much for me. I rather liked Fearless. That'd be novel. Yeah. I have no words, Angel. I know. This is, yeah. Yeah, this year is going to be something. I thought 2020 was something, but this seems like it's also going to be a fun time for me. Who was it that was asking about the runes? Did you end up doing it with runes? Wow, the service at this bar is great. A fresh beer? What? What's this? What? It's gonna fall if I said that there. I'll just set that here. No. Also, would anyone object to a very quick recap of January? Oh, sure, yeah. Did you miss the beginning of the stream? Yeah, I can reread January. Wait, no, it's not January. Do you mean, the top one is actually November. Do you mean November, or do you mean, wait, November, December, January. January's Magician. It sounds like cards are telling you that even though it's going to be hard, it'll be worth it. Yes, yeah. That's what it sounds like to me. That's why, like, in a way, I'm kind of, like, stressed, but also it sounds like it'll have a positive overall. So that should be good. Oh, November. Okay, yeah, I can reread November. 8 of Cups. For sure. For sure. So, just for anyone who missed the beginning, we did November at the top here. It's 8 of Cups. Keywords, we've got stagnation, moving, and dissatisfaction. So, Mom, you'll like that. I literally just moved, so, you know. I chose to use an image of reflected feathers on the 8 of Cups to call back to the reflected image on the 4 of Cups. Both the 4 and the 8 speak to stagnation and plateauing in your relationships. The difference is that the 4 represents new relationships suffering because of neglect, and the 8 represents established relationships that are simply not satisfying. The situation in many ways has become untenable, and the longer you stew in it, the more nothing happens. Those floating feathers... I've got very noisy neighbors here, it seems. The situation in many ways has become untenable, and the longer you stew in it... Those floating feathers on the card aren't going anywhere without a wind of change. When you see this card, it's an acknowledgement that your emotional situation is simply not working for you. Not only does it not satisfy you, it seems unfixable. When you imagine all the steps required to make it into a place you'd like to stay, you grow exhausted and continue to not move. The only course of action is to take yourself out of the situation. You need to shed the things in your life that aren't working for you. It's time to realize that you have the power to be that wind of change and whirl yourself away. So yeah, November. That's a bit of a trip. Leaving? Oh, okay. Mom, what'd you think of that? I was like, it's a lot. Yeah, right? I know. It's like, I know. These cards are wild. So, if anyone's wondering what I do after I do this reading, here's what happens. This is my actual, like, personal journal. It's not my bullet journal. This is, like, what I actually just, like, write my diary in. So what I'll do for this is just write down November. We've got 8 of Cups. If you do reversals, this is a good place to actually write down too, if it was up or if it was down. So like I said, in this deck, I don't read reversals, but if you do, like, you could say that it was up. Also, you can just do like a little arrow. I like a little triangle because it's cute. and then write what your meaning is. So I could write like the keywords next to it. I'll literally type in Aztec. Perfect, yeah. So yeah, this is where like I'll write the keywords. So 8 of Cups, we'll pull that up again. 8 of Cups, all right. We've got stagnation. Why am I writing in lowercase now? Oh my god, I don't know. Now I'm upset with myself. I normally write in uppercase. I don't know why my dad writes like that and then I write like that. And dissatisfaction. So I'll kind of write the keywords. And so I'll do that in here. And also what I might do is write down any actual feelings or reactions that I have to that card or what personal things I think it's relating to, because this is more my personal journal. What I'll end up doing in my actual bullet journal, which is, oh, shockingly right next to me. Guys, of all the boxes and all the bags that we have moved today, honestly, it's right next to me. How convenient. I didn't even plan that. Oh, okay. We got this. So in the, like I was saying, I'll write more personal feelings and stuff in this, my reactions to the card. But then what I'll do, if you saw my October plan with me, this is my October month. I made a whole spread to track this here. So in this one, I'll write 8 of Cups next to it here. I would put that little triangle if I'm showing reversals. And then I would write literally just like the keywords or like a quick sentence from the book, just like a really quick summary, so that when I come back to reference this later, I actually do come back at the beginning of every month and look at it and like see, I don't know, see what's happening, what I can expect for that month. Then I have the quick summary there, but then I can also go back to my actual like tarot book and like look the card up again and read the whole description if I want to, which I sometimes do as well. Beautiful to see your layout all flipped through. Oh, thank you. What's really funny, if you guys want like the real behind the scenes look, this was the weekly that I set up in the video. So obviously I've got my nice drawing. I did my dry brushing effect here. It's real nice. And then of course every other week, we got nothing. Because when I'm setting up my weeks, I don't have time for that. So and I also messed up a line here. It's great. So you're seeing the real behind the scenes here. It's amazing. But yeah, so that's what I'll do in my bullet journal, and I come back and reference it at the beginning of every month and see what's up. So actually, at the beginning of this one, I transferred over from last year. So this was August, September, October of this year, and this was from when I did this reading a year ago. Keeping it real. Yeah, I mean, I try to. Like, honestly, like, all the time. I did the same thing in all the months, I think. Where is it? We've got, this is September. So the first week of September, this is the one I set up in the video. And we can see, obviously, I've got my nice drawing here. And then, what's that? No drawing? What, no drawing? What? No drawing? Listen, I don't have time for that every week. I just set up my weeklies really quickly. But I make the printables out of the nice one, so then you can just print them every week. And then you just have the pretty one every week. I'm the only one who gets the ugly ones every week. Yeah, this is left over from last year's reading. So October was the Page of Swords. Ready to face a new challenge. Seems about right. You know exactly what you want to do and how to do it, yet you feel scared. Be sure to not overthink things. That was from my previous tarot deck, too. I'm actually curious to now read what the Page of Swords says in this book. And we love and appreciate you for it, the printables. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like them. Page of Swords. Let's see what that was about. We've got truth, learning, seeking, and clarity. The Page of Swords wants to know. She wants to know the truth of matters. She wants to know how things work. She wants to sort through the gray until she finds just how much black and white have been used to make it. Using the energy of the ace, she is full of clear-headed ideas and clinical curiosity. Like all of the aces, she is childlike and optimistic, and when she appears in a reading, it means that you should channel the unbiased interest of a child. She is also tireless in her pursuit of the truth, and the appearance of this card might be urging you to do the same. Clear away all the bad feeling, doubt, and emotional biases you might have gained from negative experiences in the world, and use the energy of the swords to cheerfully cut to the heart of the matter. Seems about right. That works for October. Oh, I love how you keep your journal in the box. Yes, sorry, I just saw a message now. I don't actually keep it in the box normally, but I moved, so I put it in the box to keep it safe while I threw it in a bag to move it to the new house really quickly. And also the box for the Archer and Olive journals is just gorgeous as well. So like I don't normally keep things like this, but I couldn't bring myself to throw this out because like, look, it's shiny. It's so shiny. Who doesn't love that? And then like you could keep things in here. It's a very sturdy box. It's nice. It's very nice packaging. As someone who took graphic design, like this is a nice gloss varnish. It's great, you know? Love it. So yeah, that's actually what I'll end up doing is writing all of this in the new version for October this year, and then when I transfer over to my new journal in January, I will also copy this over again at the front and then reference it every month. They're my favorite journals. I know, they're also my favorite journals. I love them so much. And my favorite thing about this one is the silver gilding on the side. It's just, it makes me so happy that the pages are shiny. I like shiny things, I think, is the lesson we're taking from this. I keep telling myself I don't need to buy more because they came with the Halloween journal. So, when they announced that they had the Halloween collection, I got that email and I like freaked out and I was like, I need one. No, I don't need one. I don't need one. But I need one, but I don't need one. And I like honestly had this internal war with myself. And then it's been a couple weeks since they came out with them. And then I was like, wait, I actually do need a new journal for January. Why don't I just buy one of the Halloween ones now? And so I totally did that. I totally got the Bats one. I love it so much. Oh, the Zodiac collection is so cute too. My only issue is, because I'm Libra, the actual like star pattern for Libra is like, whatever, it's not that cute. It's the only thing about Libra I don't love. Star constellation. I remember words. I'm so tired, guys. I want the cat one. The cat one was so cute. The cat sitting on the moon. Jenny, you're in the chat. Jenny, you would love that one. It's a cat sitting on a moon. It's so cute. I'm going to leave all these cards out because I'm going to write all this down probably tomorrow when I'm not, like, dying of sleepiness. I want the cat one, Craig. Yes. Link, anyone? Kitty and Moon, you say? Yes, Mish, it is. It's Kitty and Moon. You would love it. I have to go look at these now, even though I tend to just write in my knitting journal anyway. I should have a link in the description, I think. The link will bring you to the link will technically bring you to the Moon Phases book that I have. But once you go to the website, you search by collections in the menu, and you find the Halloween collection, and it has all the cute new covers. Oh, did you find the link? Oh, thank you. I'm definitely on the site right now. Yes, you are. If you click the link in my description too, if it's your first time buying one, you will get a discount. I think it's 15% if I recall correctly. If you've already bought one before, like Angel, I'm sorry, no discount. But you don't need it, but you do. I know! They're so cute though. Oh, and I don't know if this is a selling point to anyone else. I actually messaged them the other day because in the Halloween collection, they don't say if the pages are gilded. There's no picture of it, and it doesn't say in the description. So I actually messaged them to be like, hey, I love the Halloween collection, but honestly, I really love the silver edges of some of the other ones. And they wrote me back to say they totally have the silver holographic gilding on the side. I think the holographic one that's like a little bit silver and a little bit rainbow. So if anyone is like thinking that that's a selling point, then yes, they're totally gilded page edges. They just didn't put it in the description, and I think they're going to update it now because I told them about it. Yeah, you just want to look at the Moon Phase. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I love it. I also like the one that's it's similar to mine. Yes, I just threw my book on the floor. It's fine. There's one that's just a moon with some stars in the middle, and it's really pretty too. I almost bought that one. I debated between that one and this one when I was picking for this year. I think the only thing too is this one's more fabric instead of like the faux leather, and it does kind of collect dust a little bit more, and I think the Halloween collection is actually more like that faux leather, which is easier to keep clean. Blue, not black, yeah. My books have to be black. It's a thing. Just like my clothes. Yeah. Not that I don't love blue, I just can't wear it. Navy blue's cute. It's just not my thing. Black and red, yes. For me, actually at one point it was black and red for me, like all my clothes, all my decor and everything, and now for me it's all black and purple. I mean, in case you haven't noticed. I need my hair redone though, it's very faded. My friend today asked me if I've purposely dyed my bangs like a light blue, but that's actually just because I wash my bangs more than I wash the rest of my hair, so this is how the purple faded. Fun trick. Yeah, black and purple, it's like we're related. Your hair is now black and red? Please send me pictures. That sounds amazing. I love that. Okay, my loves, my dear friends, I moved all day and I am exhausted and I seriously need to sleep for like ever. Probably days, probably a week. You won't hear from me for like 3 weeks. I'm just going to sleep for that amount of time. So I am probably going to call it here, but I hope you enjoyed. And if any of you did your own readings, or you do your own readings at some point later, like please message me, tell me how it went. I want to hear all about it, all the details of how your next year is going to be. So let me know how it goes. And I love you all to pieces, and I will see you in the next stream. I love you, and good night.